From the beginning of European immigration into North America, there were multiple conflicts between native tribes and white settlers who desired land that belonged to the tribes. During the time of the early American Republic, each president of the United States tried to handle the quote, Indian problem, end quote, in his own way. George Washington negotiated treaties with various tribes and attempted to keep settlers out of tribal lands. John Adams believed the United States had a responsibility to purchase land from the tribes and not simply annex their territory. Thomas Jefferson's policy was an extreme departure. Jefferson believed that Native Americans needed to completely assimilate into Western culture and renounce any of their own cultural practices. While James Madison attempted to protect tribal lands established by treaties, he also ordered the U.S. Army to defend white settlers, resulting in wars against the Shawnee, Creek, and Seminole tribes. James Monroe advocated removal of Native Americans to new lands beyond the reach of white settlement, but also shared Jefferson's desire to assimilate them into white culture. Monroe's goal was, quote, to teach them by regular instruction of the arts of civilized life and make them a civilized people. Monroe pursued this goal by calling on Congress to pass the Civilization Fund Act of 1819. This act allowed various religious societies to provide education for Native American tribes. In the 11 years following the passage, 52 residential schools were opened by the federal government and run by missionaries. The boarding schools that began with and evolved from the Civilization Act have recently come into light as an important but overlooked aspect of the assimilation process. The schools that were formed as a result of the Act robbed generations of Native American children of their cultural identity and caused the deaths of thousands of them, another trail of tears that lasted over 150 years.